Welcome back to Looking for Geeks. Over the weekend, DEFY had a 2-day tournament to crown a world champion. Let's take a look at night one. First up, we had the return of Super Crazy teaming up with local favorite Rosas against Raza. This was an amazing lucha matchup, and all four of the men are just phenomenal athletes. Super Crazy, despite how long he's been in the business, can still go. That man has not lost a step. In the first match of the tournament, we had Matt Cross versus Judas Icarus. This was, I think, one of the sleeper hits of the weekend. This match was phenomenal. Matt Cross is always amazing, and Icarus just gets better and better as time goes by. Definitely keep an eye on Icarus. Next up, we had the next match in the tournament with Mike Santiago of the American Guns against classic Cody Ton. These two put on a great matchup, and Cody Ton just continues to impress. In a tag team title contest, Warbeast puts both of their tag titles up against Los Parks. This was a bit of a contentious matchup, and of course it was under Warbeast's all violence is legal, and they were not playing around. There was blood and fire and tables being destroyed, and it was a mess, but it was entertaining. Unfortunately, Los Parks seemed to have gone off script a bit and involved the referee in a way that they hadn't discussed. So we'll see where that lands later on. Next up was a mixed tag match featuring Ravenous Randy Myers and Danica Del Rouge, taking on Travis Williams and newcomer Sloan. This one didn't go exactly like you would expect if all you've seen is the WWE version of a mixed tag match. The men and women didn't get seriously into it, but it did go back and forth a little bit and ended in a chicken fight. Yeah, that was a heck of a thing. Back to the tournament, and we had world champion Artemis Spencer up against Douglas James. These two are phenomenal competitors, and honestly, I could watch them any day of the week. They always put on a great match, and this was no exception. Up next in the tournament was local favorite Shaft against SCU's own Christopher Daniels. This match was brutal. These guys worked amazingly well together. Shaft is just a monster, and Daniels, with all of his years of experience, shows no signs of slowing down. Now, in a shock to everyone, Daniels actually won here and moved on to the next round of the tournament. But Shaft made him pay for that win by busting him open on a kickout. The last match of the night saw the other half of the American Guns taking on the good bad guy, Tamatanga. These two's brawling style worked really well together, and they beat the heck out of each other. This one spilled out of the ring and saw Ethan go through the service window on the main floor. Thankfully it's an open window, or that could have been ugly. But these two just continued to beat the heck out of each other all over the arena until they finally got back in, and after one reversed attempt, Tama took the win with the gun stun. On to night two. We opened with Christopher Daniels against Cody Ton. Daniels started off with a great story about how he had to get stitches and was up most of the night doing so. That man is a trooper. He went on to have a classic match with the classic one in what was deemed by many as the match of the weekend. Chun is a star on the rise. Keep an eye on him. That said, Daniels did win to go on to the final of the tournament. Next match in the tournament was the champ Artie up against Matt Cross. This was exactly what you'd expect it to be. High-flying, technical wrestling. These men are just amazing together. And once again, put these two on the card any time of the week and I will watch it. Artie did pull out the win, going on to the final to face Christopher Daniels later on. In their second tag team title defense of the weekend, Warbeast takes on Raza. This match was typical Warbeast brutality. It was nasty. Raza did some great high flying and pulled some great moves, but it just wasn't enough to take out the ever brutal Warbeast. Next we had a Four Corners tag match, putting the American Guns up against Super Crazy and Rosas. Now, this was hilarious during the intro. Rosas comes out to Old Town Road. Santiago does not like that song. This was one of the funniest spots all weekend, with Ethan trying to help him block it out, but he could not fight the karaoke of the crowd. Those two teams went up against kind of a new team with Shaft and the ravenous one, Randy Myers, that the crowd decided to call Sexy Shaft. And the last team was a newcomer to DEFY. At least I haven't seen them in DEFY just yet. The Modern Day Savages. These guys definitely had some shades of Warbeast, but were a much more technical style. Either way, it was a brutal match, and all four teams put on a great show. Our local heels, the American Guns, took the win here. Next up was kind of a cross-promotional matchup, seeing Tama Tonga going up against Joey Janela. Now, Joey did his normal entrance and then stopped, turned around, came back, cosplaying as the Sandman from ECW, complete with, well, it wasn't beer, but White Claw was pouring everywhere. The crowd was super into this one. It was a lot of fun. They didn't take it too seriously in the opening moments, but once they got going, man, they put on a heck of a show and really got the crowd involved once they spilled out, and there were a couple of cosplayers in the crowd that helped out their favorite wrestlers. Now this one did end in a no contest thanks to, guess who, the American Guns. Can't leave well enough alone, they have to make sure they're the center of attention. But there was a great moment afterwards where Joey and Tama had a great talk, promoting each other, promoting their companies, and promoting DEFY. In the main event of the evening, we saw the final match of the tournament, seeing the champion, Artemis Spencer, go up against Christopher Daniels, the vet. This match was everything I had hoped it could be, and these guys work amazingly well together and have oddly similar styles in many ways. Once again, put these two up against each other any day of the week and I will be there. It felt like Daniels could actually win that title, but Artie pulled it out and did take the win to continue holding the DEFY World Championship. All in all, not a weak match all weekend. This was an amazing event. Thank you to DEFY for putting this on, and thanks to all the wrestlers who performed. Hopefully we'll see this format again next year with another 2-day tournament for the DEFY World title. Either way, we look forward to the next event over at Washington Hall. If you didn't get a chance to see DEFY in person, you will be able to watch it online. They'll have links on their homepage and their Facebook page. Until next time, thanks for joining us.